chicken tinga. It is a delicious twist on your typical Taco Tuesday. This is coming up on the Last Minute Cook. Hi, I'm Deborah Deanna. You're watching the Last Minute Cook, where I share delicious recipes that are quick so that you can make dinner at the last minute and feel good about what you're serving. If you're new here, consider subscribing and ring the little bell so that you'll be notified of my episodes as they're posted. And I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below with any suggestions or even just a hello. So reach out down there. Okay, we are making chicken tinga, and I used to have cravings for this flavor. Just this flavor is so good. So if you've not heard of tinga, just make it. It's delicious. And if you have, well, I'm hoping you'll enjoy the shortcut of using it in your Instant Pot. Our ingredients are 2 pounds of boneless chicken breasts. You can sub out tenders or however you'd like to sub it, but I'm using 2 pounds of that. We are going with 3 tomatoes, sliced and diced, and a large yellow onion. Make sure it's a good size. If they're the smaller size like this, I would probably use 2 or even maybe 3. So just lots of onion. And then one of the major ingredients that we're going to need for this is a chipotle peppers in the adobo sauce. So you'll need to look for this, and I'll show in the link below where you can get that if you can't find that at your local grocery. But check the Mexican food aisle, because this is a pretty common ingredient for this kind of food. We're using oregano and minced garlic. For the oregano, you can use regular Mediterranean, I say regular, I probably shouldn't say that, Mediterranean oregano. For me, look, my husband's Italian. We do a lot of Italian first. So for us, Mediterranean is our regular oregano. But Mediterranean, just oregano, you would use less. So I would go, let's go a half of the ingredient amount that we would use if you're using a Mexican oregano. So just kind of keep that in mind for other dishes that you're doing. All right, let's get our olive oil. We're gonna go about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil right into our Instant Pot, and just get that in there. Then our onion, and I love this recipe because we're just gonna go all in. We'll do the sauce after, but just getting the first section done is like an all in. Your onion straight in there, and our minced garlic. That's 3 teaspoons. Just gonna kind of move that around a little bit. Okay. Make sure your onions are kind of coating the bottom of your Instant Pot. And our tomatoes. I sliced and diced these without the pulp, so just get the pulp out and slice these up. Get those in. That's 3. If you're using the smaller tomatoes, you can go more tomatoes with that, like 4. I'm using, this is kind of like my size of tomato I'm going with. So there's 3 of those. And then we want to get our adobo sauce. There's a big chipotle pepper in here. I just took my spoon and kind of chopped it, because we are going to be mixing this later, and it's easier to mix if you kind of get things already diced up a little bit smaller. Just kind of spread that around. Look how easy this is. All right. Then our 1/4 teaspoon of oregano or 1/2 teaspoon of Mexican oregano. So you've got choices there. And then a good pinch of salt and black pepper. And I'm just sprinkling that right over top of our tomatoes and that chipotle adobo sauce. Then we've got our chicken, and we're just gonna put this right on top. This we're just going to set right like that. This is 2 pounds. Again, this sauce actually makes pretty much, so you could double your chicken and be totally fine with the amounts in there if you're serving a lot of people. For example, like if you want to do a taco bar, or I don't know, fun ideas with this. So that's it. We are going to get our Instant Pot set on manual pressure cook on high, and we want to change that time down to 16 minutes. This is for the breasts. Now, if I were doing tenders, or if I took the time to chop the breasts into smaller pieces, and then we could probably bring the time down a little bit. But with your standard, just like your chicken breast, it's a thick cut of meat, so we need to go 16 minutes on that. On high, hit start, we are going to make sure we're on sealing and not venting. And we're going to allow a 10-minute natural release when the time beeps at us. We want to go 10 more minutes after the beep goes off. Not the pressurizing beep, the finished cooking, I'm all done beep. We add 10 minutes. So we'll check back and then we're going to make the sauce with one easy step next. All right, as I show y'all this and what it looks like at this stage, I want to let you know, if you haven't seen it, I do have a great refried beans that would go really well with this as a side. So check that out. There's no extra lard or anything. They're very easy to make and they're made right in the Instant Pot. There we go. And let's take a look at this. So when this is ready, we're going to get out our chicken and we're going to fork shred. This is just a quick step but super necessary. And so we cook the chicken right on top, so everything is ready to go, and we're going to grab our forks and just start shredding, and you can see how lightly or how perfectly this is cooked and how light and easy it is to just go ahead and get this shredded. For this Tinga chicken, the more you shred it, the better. I would not recommend leaving big chunks of chicken. You want it really, really shredded. For one, it makes the chicken go way farther, but you want the chicken to be really flavored with this Tinga sauce, and the only way it's going to be able to get like fully flavored is if it's as shredded as possible. Once our chicken is fully shredded, we are ready to blend our sauce. At this point, you've got your hot liquid, your sauce is in here. So be careful with whatever way you choose to blend it. You can put this into a blender and let that go, or if you have an immersion stick mixer like this, which I do recommend having on hand, and I do have a link to this on my website, lastminutecook.com, and in the link for the description below. Anyway, get this in there. Just make sure that it stays nice and low, and blend it until all the veggies are nice and creamed, and this is why we want to make sure we chop everything as much as we can before we cook it so we don't have a hard time blending it. Okay, here we go. Watch out. Hot liquids. Woo. And then you put it on top of the little bits and get going. Okay, let's see. As soon as this is done blending, and just make sure everything is blended and nice and smooth with whatever tool that you use, blender or immersion mixer. And then I like to just give it a little taste. And if you like really, really, really spicy, you can add more of that chipotle peppers in the adobo sauce. You can totally add another tablespoon. 2 tablespoons is about perfect for our family without somebody calling the fire department to put our mouths out of fire. We like to be just as close to the spiciness as we can do, as much as possible, because it's so good, without going over the edge. So that's spicy. When you try it by itself, so I really recommend to maybe do that with a bit of tortilla or chip, instead of just drinking it like I just did. But, okay. That will wake you up. Okay, but no need to call the fire department. I'm all right. Okay, so once you've made sure that you like the flavor of your Tinga sauce, you're now ready, because the flavor is delicious. That was just, a little hot. Put this right in. I hope I didn't scare y'all. It's not too hot. It's just by itself. I mean, you're drinking like a hot sauce. It's crazy. People don't do that. I just did that. So, okay. Put your chicken right into your sauce. And you'll see why I tell you could double the chicken if you want to. There's a lot of sauce here, which is great because it can go nice and far. So then we're going to mix our chicken, and this is where we're really glad we took the time to shred it nice and fine, because we allow that chicken to get all of this delicious Tinga sauce. Okay, So this is what this is. Look at the color you're looking for is this kind of orange chicken tinga. You can top this however you like to top tacos. You can put this in a crunchy taco shell. You can put it on a tostada. It's really good in the flour tortillas or just the corn tortillas. And by the way, if you like this video, would you give me a thumbs up? I would love for you to give me a thumbs up and even share it. If you would share my videos, if you like them, if they would be helpful to anybody that you know, that would be awesome. Okay, so serving the tinga and whatever kind of cheese that you like, a queso fresco, a shredded cheese of any kind that you might like. Our family sometimes just does shredded cheddar right on top of our tacos. And then cilantro, pretty much always, regardless. Just some nice cilantro. Could probably even go heavier on that tinga. And then I'm gonna try it with the chicken. Now that I'm like, thinking straight, and a little bit more. Look how pretty this is. You see the color? Do y'all see that? So, Cinco de Mayo, taco bar, just something a little different than the regular browned meat with taco seasoning. This is a way to level up your tacos. It's so good. And let's take a look and try that. Whatever you like on a taco, you can add to this. If you like sour cream, if you like avocado, whatever, make it yours and make it fun. But the tinga sauce with this, oh, yeah, it's actually pretty addictive. All right, I'm gonna take a bite. Let's see. And messy. The 2 tablespoons of that chipotle peppers with the adobo sauce, for me, perfect level of like spicy, but not over the edge. And all the flavors working together. This is delicious. And there's so many ways that you can serve it. So have fun with your Taco Tuesday. Have fun with Cinco de Mayo. Have a fiesta with a taco bar with all the fixins and make this tinga part of your event because it's a level of taco that you need to go to. Bon appetito. Thanks for watching.